Welcome viewers. An insider claimed. When he stated an excessive amount on Twitter, he used his Justice Department to preserve files categorized. Those courtroom docket selections at the moment are constructing the case that he broke the regulation. But before we continue, if you are new to my channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get the latest update from us. Former President Donald Trump's lengthy records of imprudent tweets might also additionally have come again to hang out him, through strengthening any Justice Department case that the files he improperly saved after leaving the White House have been nevertheless certainly pinnacle secret. It is poetic how a great deal of this litigation, had been he to be charged, might be decided through his very own actions, stated Colby McClanahan, a countrywide protection legal professional who teaches at George Washington University. That's due to the Marytrump whilst President tweeted many guarantees to declassify files, then retreated and used the Department of Justice to vigorously guard the sanctity of the manner the authorities classifies files. He has basically trapped himself, as he now faces an FBI research into whether or not he positioned the American people's protection at hazard through mishandling authorities' secrets and techniques and doubtlessly violating the Espionage Act. Essentially, Trump's freewheeling fashion on Twitter compelled the management to take a tougher stance on simply what it way to declassify a record, forcing the authorities to emphasize the rigorous, multi-step nature of the bureaucratic method. He can't now say it simply takes a wave of his hand. When the president does it, meaning that it's now no longer illegal. In the aftermath of the FBI's seek remaining Monday at Mar-a-Lago, the previous president and his allies have fallen again at the protection that the files weren't truly touchy anymore. On Friday, Trump took to his very own social media network, Truth Social, to put out his declare. Number 1, it changed into all declassified, he stated. Number 2, they didn't want to seize anything. They should have had it each time they desired without gambling politics and breaking into Mar-a-Lago over the weekend, Trump reiterated that declare whilst complaining approximately the early morning raid on the secured and locked garage region wherein unclassified files have been accurately held. His dependable bulldog Kash Patel, the MAG legal professional who Trump stationed, won the Department of Defense and controversially sought to make a pinnacle reliable at CIA, has taken to conservative media stores to expound at the equal declare. During an interview with Fox News host Maria Bartiromo on Sunday, Patel stated the president can actually stand over a hard and fast of files and say these at the moment are declassified. But Trump would possibly run into a few problems, wait to the felony precedent created through the various unexpected crises he precipitated himself whilst in office, while he automatically hired hasty social media posts and press releases to lash out on the CIA or FBI. Every time Trump publicly criticized a secretive mission, reporters have been proper in the back of him, worrying get right of entry to authorities' statistics the president had simply made public through accident. When the one's public statistics requests failed, information companies have been compelled to sue for authorities' violations of the Freedom of Information Act. In each case, the DOJ scrambled to some way justify preserving that data secret. Trump changed into excellent at doing truly insane things, understanding that the paperwork on the DOJ changed into going to guard him. He compelled them into those lawsuits. He compelled them to guard indefensible things. And due to the fact they have been the DOJ, they won, McClanahan explained. One instance got here in October 2020, while Trump tweeted that he absolutely legal the full declassification of any and all files bearing on the unmarried best political crime in American history, the Russia hoax. Likewise, the Hillary Clinton email scandal. No redactions. The Wanda Declaration appeared to reinforce a lengthy strolling felony combat that investigative reporter Jason Leopold, then at BuzzFeed's News, had with the DOJ and FBI to get right of entry to files from the Trump-Russia research led through special counsel Robert Mueller. But then Trump's White House leader of staff, Mark Meadows, moved into harm manage mode and signed a courtroom docket assertion claiming that the tweets some way didn't imply what all of us idea they did. The courtroom docket sided with the authorities and stated, "We aren't ordering disclosure." The reliable method wasn't accompanied, summarized Bradley P. Moss, a countrywide protection legal professional who once in a while advises the Daily Beast on public statistics requests. A second instance got here from the fallout of a boldly worded announcement in September 2018 from Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the White House press secretary on the time. Trump changed into livid on the manner his very own Federal Regulation Enforcement had investigated a marketing campaign advisor, Carter Page, and he desired to show each element of the operation. As a end result, Sanders issued a press launch claiming that Trump had directed the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and the Department of Justice, consisting of the FBI, to offer for the instant declassification of the subsequent substances. 1. Pages 10 to 12 and 1734 of the June 2017 utility to the FISA courtroom docket with inside the count of Carter W. Page. The management launched 412 pages, however the data contained in 21 of these pages remained hidden in the back of redactions. When investigative reporter Brad Heath, then at USA Today, sought the one's statistics with a FOIA request, he additionally bumped into a brick wall. The Trump management refused to show them over. Heath and the James Madison Project sued to get right of entry to the files, and as soon as again, the problem fell on a technicality, U.S. District Judge Amit P. Mehta dominated that, regardless of the energy of the president over the restrictive public get right of entry to authorities' secrets and techniques, mere White House declarations aren't sufficient to make something declassified. The Chews pointed to a signed courtroom docket assertion, this time from high-rating DOJ worker G. Bradley Weinsheimer, explaining that DOJ did now no longer require at any time a declassification order associated with the substances. Last had trouble on this case, but the decisive case got here following Trump's July 2017 tweet complaining approximately the manner reporters have been protecting the issues plaguing the CIA because it armed and supported pro-democracy rebels in Syria. The Amazon Washington Post fabricated the information on my finishing massive, dangerous, and wasteful bills to Syrian rebels combating Assad, Trump tweeted on the time. The New York Times used that tweet to FOIA statistics, claiming that Trump had correctly declassified data to approximately the secretive secret agent mission. When the DOJ countered that a trifling tweet wasn't sufficient, the problem made its manner earlier than a federal Chews and an appellate panel declassification can't arise except distinct officers observe designated procedures. The appellate courtroom docket dominated in July 2020. Moss stated that sealed the deal. Even the president has to observe formal method for declassification. It doesn't count what he says except there's observe via. Moss instructed the Daily Beast, these are the simplest guideposts we have. If Trump in the end loses in a crook case, it will likely be due to the precedent set forth with inside the FOIA instances introduced forth in his management. Any capability federal prosecution of the previous president will need to observe whether or not Trump in reality accompanied via on any alleged order he made to have files declassified. National protection legal professionals instructed the Daily Beast any crook case could hinge on Trump proving that his deputies acquired the order, however some way failed to observe via. Even Patel recounted that is greater concern than waving a magic wand. We need to undergo a rigorous method to try this procedurally, he recounted on Fox News over the weekend. But the president is and always has been the unilateral category authority to categorize and declassify. If he says something is declassified, that's it. Then it's declassified. But due to the fact declassification is the sort of bureaucratic method, a great deal of the proof of what in reality went down could already be handy to the DOJ. Any record marked categorized can simplest be declassified after the respective federal employer has applied the change, and which could require an employer evaluation of something. Capability harm might also additionally end result through making the data public. Spies may be outed. Secret intelligence amassing missions may be compromised. Ongoing investigations may be ruined. If a president declassifies something in a woodland and nobody hears it, is it truly declassified? McClanahan asked. What is your take on this matter? Please tell us in the comments and remember to subscribe as well.